It's another twist in the legal showdown between Jay-Z and attorney Tony Buzbee. The two have been going back and forth in the court system and on social media after Buzbee filed an amended lawsuit on behalf of his client.
What if I told you that behind the glitz and glamour of hip-hop's biggest mogul, Jay-Z, lies a legal scandal so wild it could rival the most thrilling courtroom drama? Picture this: judge explodes at Jay-Z for attempted bribery. The courtroom erupts in chaos as his attorney is thrown into a panic mode. Stay tuned, because what unfolds next is nothing short of shocking. In this video, we're diving deep into the explosive legal battle that has everyone talking. Grab your seat, because this story will leave you on the edge of your seat.
Social media page and claimed Buzbee was extorting him for money, while also throwing shots at Buzbee, calling him a deplorable human, saying the Texas attorney has no honor or dignity, and he's just an ambulance chaser in a cheap suit. Meanwhile, Buzbee responded saying Jay-Z was bullying and harassing him and the plaintiff in that case, while maintaining he'd let the matter settle itself in court.
At the heart of this chaos stands Tony Buzbee, a larger-than-life Texas attorney known for tackling giants. When you pair his audacity with the shadowy allegations tied to Roc Nation, you've got a recipe for one of the most jaw-dropping legal battles in recent memory. So, how did we get here? Let's peel back the layers of this labyrinthine tale of money, power, and a fight for control. What had simmered for months finally boiled over into public view. It all starts with Tony Buzbee, man no stranger to controversy, known for high-stakes lawsuits and headline-grabbing theatrics. Buzbee is the type who thrives in the spotlight, but his latest adversary, Jay-Z, might just be his most formidable opponent yet. Buzbee filed a scathing lawsuit against Jay-Z, alleging his involvement in criminal activities on behalf of a client. Both Jay-Z and fellow mogul Diddy have categorically denied these allegations, branding them as outrageous fabrications. But Jay-Z didn't stop there. He took to social media through Roc Nation, publicly targeting Buzbee with sharp words. The stage was set for a fierce legal showdown.
But now in a new lawsuit, a Texas man is claiming Jay-Z's lawyers are bribing people to sue Buzbee and his law firm. This 13-page lawsuit was filed on January 3rd in Harris County, Texas, and the plaintiff in the filing is being represented by none other than Buzbee's law firm, who filed the suit on his behalf.
Every time I could have made a really big check, he's always stepped in and intentionally f***ed it up. Every time. Listen, don't ask me, ask the rest of the industry. That's why I got the f away. One of the reasons. Like Jay, I like the way I would look at it, if you could compare him to like a character now, I'd say he's like the Penguin. He's like ruthless like that with his friends or people that own him.
Let's peel back the layers of this labyrinthine tale of money, power, and a fight for control that simmered for months before finally boiling over into public view. It all starts with Tony Buzbee, a man no stranger to controversy, known for high-stakes lawsuits and headline-grabbing theatrics. Buzbee is the type who thrives in the spotlight, but his latest adversary, Jay-Z, might be his most formidable opponent yet. Buzbee filed a scathing lawsuit against Jay-Z, alleging his involvement in criminal activities on behalf of a client. Both Jay-Z and fellow mogul Diddy have categorically denied the allegations, branding them as outrageous fabrications. But Jay-Z didn't stop there. He took to social media through Roc Nation, publicly targeting Buzbee with sharp words. We have a lot more to get to, including explosive allegations, first reported by NBC News. A new civil lawsuit accuses Jay-Z of assaulting a 13-year-old girl at a house party more than 2 decades ago, a claim both he and Diddy vehemently deny. NBC's senior legal correspondent, Laura Jarrett, has more on this. Hey Laura, good morning.
We have a lot more to get to, including explosive allegations first reported by NBC News being made against rap icon Jay-Z. A new civil lawsuit accuses him of raping a 13-year-old girl with Sean Diddy Combs at a house party more than 2 decades ago. Claims both men deny. NBC's senior legal correspondent Laura Jarrett's here with more. Hey Laura, good morning.
Hey Hoda, good morning to you. Ever since Combs was indicted by federal prosecutors last fall, these parties he was known for hosting and what celebrities may have attended has been the subject of intense scrutiny. But the blast radius around the star had been relatively contained until now.
This morning, disturbing new claims against music icon Jay-Z. A civil lawsuit detailing sexual assault, originally brought against his longtime friend Sean Diddy Combs, now adding new allegations against the rapper, whose real name is Sean Carter. Claims both men deny. The anonymous woman, who was 13 at the time, described in the lawsuit as being drugged and raped at an MTV VMAs after-party she says Combs hosted in 2000. According to the suit, she recalls accepting a drink from a waitress that made her feel woozy and lightheaded before she says she was raped by Jay-Z and then Combs in a bedroom as an unnamed female celebrity watched. Jay-Z swiftly issuing a statement Sunday calling the claims heinous and accusing the woman's attorney of trying to blackmail him, suggesting the attorney had tried to seek a settlement first, adding, quote, "I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. My heart and support goes out to the true victims in the world."
The rapper issued a blistering statement in response and directed his comments at attorney Tony Buzbee, who filed the suit, saying, quote, "You have made a terrible error in judgment thinking that all celebrities are the same. I'm not from your world. I'm a young man who made it out of the project of Brooklyn. We don't play these types of games. We have very strict codes and honor. We protect children. You seem to exploit people for personal gain. I look forward to showing you just how different I am."
But if Jay-Z thought the public condemnation would silence Buzbee, he underestimated his opponent. Buzbee responded with allegations of harassment, claiming Jay-Z was trying to intimidate both him and his client. The legal battle quickly became a public spectacle, with both sides throwing verbal jabs like heavyweight boxers in the courtroom ring. Every new accusation seemed to add fuel to the fire, making it clear this was no ordinary lawsuit. It was a showdown of epic proportions, one that was only getting more intense with every passing day.
And then Tony Buzbee responded to Jay-Z's statement by writing this on X. "Since I sent the letter on her behalf," meaning the defendant, "Mr. Carter has not only sued me, but he has tried to bully and harass me and this plaintiff. We will let the filing speak for itself and will litigate the facts in court, not in the media."
This morning, Houston attorney Tony Buzbee is speaking out again about the claims made by rapper Jay-Z through his company Roc Nation on Sunday. Over the weekend, a lawsuit claiming that Sean Diddy Combs raped a 13-year-old back in 2000 was amended to also accuse Jay-Z. His statement on Sunday slammed Buzbee and claimed that the attorney tried to blackmail him into settling. Then, late last night, Buzbee posted on X saying in part that no one has made any threats and Jay-Z's comments are bogus and laughable. He also called the rapper's allegations a, quote, "coordinated and desperate effort to focus the public's attention on me personally to avoid attention on the allegations being made by my clients." Jay-Z has denied all allegations.
The legal battle became a public spectacle, with both sides throwing verbal jabs like heavyweight boxers in the courtroom ring. Then, Tony Buzbee responded to Jay-Z's statement by writing this on X. "Since I sent the letter on her behalf," meaning the defendant, Mr. Carter, "has not only sued me, but he has tried to bully and harass me and this plaintiff. We will let the filing speak for itself and will litigate the facts in court, not in the media." This bold response only added fuel to the already blazing fire between the two. But here's where the story takes a darker turn. The lawsuit alleges that these operatives posed as federal agents, complete with fake badges, and went door to door trying to recruit people to sue Tony Buzbee. Maldonado claims he was offered $10,000 to file a lawsuit against Buzbee, but grew suspicious when their tactics didn't add up. Instead of playing along, Maldonado took his concerns directly to Buzbee, and setting off a chain reaction of events that would escalate the conflict even further. The web of deceit was unraveling, and the stakes had just been raised to an unimaginable level.
Now, Jose Maldonado, who is the plaintiff in this suit, is suing Jay-Z's attorneys and his company Roc Nation, but not Sean Carter, aka Jay-Z himself. According to the lawsuit, the defendants in this suit are Marcy Bryant Croft, her law firm MJ Legal, Roc Nation, and the law firm who is representing Jay-Z, Quinn Emanuel Urquhart and Sullivan. They allege the defendants conspired to obstruct justice by engaging in shadowy operatives to illegally get more than 24 current and former clients of Buzbee's law firm to turn around and sue them.
This morning, Houston attorney Tony Buzbee made it clear that he wasn't backing down, even as the drama intensified, and the stakes couldn't be higher. With both sides digging in, it's anyone's guess how this explosive legal battle will end.
Suit claims Roc Nation is financing this alleged effort, while attorneys Marcy Croft and the law firm Quinn Emanuel are orchestrating this whole thing. According to the suit, the defendant's agents were pretending to work for the state of Texas and allegedly flashed fake badges, which the suit says wasn't very smart or careful, but also illegal. The suit states the defendant's agents offered as much as $10 grand to a former client to sue the Busby law firm.
The real shocker came in January, when a Texas man named Jose Maldonado filed a lawsuit that accused Jay-Z's legal team of orchestrating a secret campaign to sabotage Tony Busby. According to Maldonado, Roc Nation and Jay-Z's attorneys, including Marcy Croft from the prestigious Quinn Emanuel firm, attempted to bribe former clients of Busby's firm to turn against him. This revelation sent shockwaves through the legal community, adding a whole new layer of intrigue to an already explosive situation. The stakes were higher than ever, and the public couldn't get enough of this ongoing legal drama.
Agents were allegedly caught on audio tape red-handed. The suit claims attorney Marcy Croft, who is a lawyer but also a member of Team Roc, was orchestrating that whole effort. Then in another recording, those agents were describing in great detail the alleged criminal conspiracy. The suit claims they went so far to admit the lawsuits would be reported in the press, and some former clients already accepted money to join that alleged effort. As I mentioned, Sean Carter, aka Jay-Z, isn't named as a defendant in the lawsuit. However, the suit claims Roc Nation and Jay-Z are synonymous, given the mogul is the founder and chairman. The lawsuit acknowledges Busby's law firm filed the rape lawsuit against Jay-Z in New York federal court, and as a result, Jay-Z sued Busby's law firm in Los Angeles state court. But the suit claims while all of that legal back and forth was going on, Jay-Z's attorneys who represent himself and his Roc Nation denied in open court and in the press their involvement in the alleged.
This is where things get downright cinematic. Maldonado alleges that he recorded these interactions, capturing operatives on tape discussing the bribery scheme in detail. If true, these recordings could be the nail in the coffin for Roc Nation's defense. Busby's team claims the tapes reveal damning evidence of a coordinated effort to discredit him, potentially unraveling the entire web of lies that Jay-Z's legal team has woven. The plot thickens, and it's clear that this legal battle is anything but ordinary. It's turning into a thriller no one could have predicted.
To Maldonado's claims, he claims the defendants used him as a pawn. He alleges on behalf of Marcy Croft, 2 people attempted to contact him many times and went so far as to go to what they believed to be Maldonado's home. Instead, they went to his dad's house and allegedly identified themselves as federal officers. After realizing they were at the wrong home, they continued to contact Maldonado, and Maldonado claims they were pushy. Once they got in touch with him, he claims those individuals said they were with the state, and they were putting together a lawsuit on behalf of Marcy Croft and the company she worked for. The suit alleges Croft said she would assign Maldonado's case to someone who could get him a lot of money. Instead, Maldonado contacted the Busby law firm, and now they're suing for solicitation and civil conspiracy. And a state
Fake badges, covert operations, and recorded evidence don't just tarnish reputations. They could lead to criminal charges. And if the feds do get involved, Roc Nation and its attorneys could face scrutiny far beyond the confines of this lawsuit. What started as a legal dispute has now evolved into something much more sinister, with the potential to expose far-reaching corruption. The stakes have never been higher, and the fallout could shake the very foundations of the entertainment world.
In a statement to the Houston Chronicle, Busby said, quote, "The conduct alleged by Mr. Maldonado is illegal and unethical. We know investigators have gone all over the United States illegally contacting our former clients to try to entice them with money to sue our firm. According to Mr. Maldonado, we now know who is behind this effort. We won't be intimidated nor deterred in our important work. I expect more lawsuits will follow as we continue to hear former clients report this egregious conduct," end quote.
Marcy Croft, one of the central figures named in the lawsuit, has vehemently denied the claims.
Fired back against the allegations, saying the lawsuit reeks of desperation. She also told the Houston Chronicle, quote, "For over 25 years, I've dedicated my career to exposing and dismantling networks of fraud and manipulation. I didn't ask to be a part of this fight, but now that he's dragged me into it, he should know that I'm not someone who backs down. Mr. Busby should be worried. Truth and justice are on my side, and I have every intention of holding him accountable."
But let's pause here. Jay-Z himself isn't directly named in this particular lawsuit. Instead, the accusations target his company, Roc Nation, and his legal team. Still, the implications couldn't be clearer. This isn't just about a rogue employee or a simple misunderstanding. The lawsuit paints a picture of a well-funded, highly organized effort to undermine Tony Buzbee. The scale of the operation suggests that something much bigger is at play, and the consequences could be far-reaching.
Between Tony Buzbee and Jay-Z and his attorneys are slowing down anytime soon. So let's bring on attorney and litigator Rich Schoenstein to get his take on this. Rich, always great to see you. What's your reaction to this lawsuit, especially since Tony Buzbee has made these allegations before?
Yeah, well, there's this whole sideshow now between Tony Buzbee and the lawyers who are purportedly representing Jay-Z, especially Quinn Emanuel. There's been some litigation already, and now this is a new suit down in Texas that to some extent is kind of a sideshow, right? The main question are still these really salacious claims against Sean Combs and against Jay-Z and potentially against other people about what happened. And now there's all this stuff between the attorneys that is very interesting for a guy like me, but maybe a little less interesting to others. I don't know.
And a federal judge has ruled the woman alleging she was raped by Jay-Z and Sean Diddy Combs can remain anonymous. The woman says both men raped her at a party when she was 13 years old. Jay-Z's legal team had fought to get the case dismissed, arguing his accuser should have to reveal her name. But the judge disagreed. ABC's Morgan Norwood has the latest.
A legal victory for the woman who is suing Jay-Z for allegedly raping her when she was 13. A federal judge ruling the woman can proceed with the case while remaining anonymous, at least for now. But the judge also chastising the lawyers representing Jay-Z, accusing them of trying to fast-track the judicial process by repeatedly filing motions to reveal the identity of the Jane Doe to have the case dismissed. The judge writing in a 5-page brief that the Carter's lawyers' relentless filing of combative motions containing inflammatory language and ad hominem attacks is inappropriate, a waste of judicial resources, and a tactic unlikely to benefit his client. The court will not fast-track the judicial process merely because the counsel demands it. This latest legal twist coming after the recently filed civil lawsuit by Jane Doe, claiming that Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, and P. Diddy, drugged a 13-year-old girl at an after-party after the MTV Music Awards in 2000, while an unnamed celebrity watched. Jay-Z has vehemently denied all the allegations, putting out this statement 2 weeks ago, writing in part, "This is a blackmail attempt." The multi-platinum artist, who was 30 at the time, now a business mogul with decades of hits to his name, with songs like Run This Town.
We are, yeah, I said it, we are. This is Rock Nation, pledge your allegiance.
His attorneys have denied everything about Jane Doe's account and pointed to some alleged inconsistencies in her story.
It's not just that this story is a lie and that it's not true. It's provably, demonstrably false. This never happened.
The judge writing that while Jane Doe can remain anonymous for now, she may be required to reveal her identity at a later date to allow Jay-Z's lawyers to collect facts necessary to prepare for trial.
Oftentimes, when someone is accused of a crime like this, the accuser doesn't want to be named, and if they are forced to be named, we have seen certain people decide to drop the lawsuit altogether.
Morgan Norwood, thank you. And Tony Buzbee, the lawyer representing Jay-Z and Diddy's accuser, says in a statement to ABC News, quote, "I will say that the coordinated and desperate efforts to attack me as counsel for alleged victims are falling flat. We won't be bullied or intimidated." And we did reach out to Jay-Z and his team, but did not get a response.